So it seems as if that the full disclosure community is the way that it is because they have virtually no experience with the mother spirit, the feminine principle. Even though they can talk about it all they want, the women you have exalted in this old guard, find them to be, no offense to them, old news. No offense to them, old news. Old news. Like news, but also couple it upon like new information. They have no experience with it, right? There's virtually no experience with the mother. They don't recognize that the God of God is God with the mother. It's a God coupled with the feminine principle. And I think this is why our social media algorithms are trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with men. There's such a prideful nature in men. Secondary, what I'm going to say, this full disclosure movement has virtually no experience with the mother. In fact, the women that are actually speaking truth are actually like at their detriment. You know what I mean? Like they're not like, they're wonderful people and they're doing great, but there's like an imposition that's like not doing great because they're the real deal. And then all these other people are just propped up in the old guard. Okay, story time. So I'm there at the conference and I'm just like, I want coffee, right? So I go to the, I guess, which I didn't know was because I do not understand these barriers. I go to what I guess was considered like the VIP area and I'm getting coffee and I hear them literally saying, like, I kid you not, I literally heard them saying, we're the old guard. Oh, we're the old guard. We're the people of the old guard. We're the old guard. As if it's a good thing. As if it's a good thing that they are part of the old guard. They really truly believe that they are somehow superior because they are the old guard. And I found that interesting and I'm like, that's very interesting to me because the new guard is so much more powerful, potent, truthful, loving, don't give a shit about the money. We don't give a shit about the money. It's not about money for us. And we're the ones that are getting more followers than the old guard. But they're like, oh, we're the old guard. And then I'm over there getting coffee, and Miles Johnston comes over and he's like, oh, isn't it funny how all these Nordics are so much taller in real life? And I'm thinking to myself, like, these are not Nordics. I'm like, why is Miles saying that, like, oh, these are the Nordics? And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, these are not the Nordics. I know Nordics to be very benevolent. I'm like, it's not them. They're not Nordics. So Miles Johnston comes over as I'm making coffee and he's like, oh, isn't it funny how all these Nordics are so much taller in real life? And I'm thinking to myself, these are not the Nordics. This is not who they are. And I'm like, okay, yeah, everyone's taller in real life. Great, awesome. They reveal themselves to be the old god, but like they don't know what they don't know. That's it. They just don't know what they don't know. There is a God coupled with the mother, and there's virtually no interaction with the true mother spirit in full disclosure. There's virtually no interaction. And that's all fine and dandy so long as like the men are interacting with the true spirit and then they're exalted. That's great. We don't want to be in the forefront. You have to understand this about the spirit of the mother. She doesn't want to be the forefront. She doesn't want to be in front. She doesn't want to control the world. She doesn't want to control you. She doesn't want to be famous. But the men, the influence has to be after the true mother spirit. That's the ones that get exalted spiritually. Maybe not in the old guard, but spiritually, they get exalted. Because the true mother spirit, she wants nothing to do with the limelight. She just wants to fall into the background and prop up anybody who has the true spirit, the true influence of her. But the influence in a lot of these communities are still an old guard. It's not her. It's not the real person. And we know the difference, and God's going to reveal the difference. It's going to be an act of God that's going to reveal the difference. In Revelation, it says the whore of Babylon falls in one day. Like in one day, the influence is gone. Like in one day, the influence is ripped. And all you have left is the influence of the true God. But the interaction you have with a majority of the female spirits, in full disclosure, is the old guard whore of Babylon Jezebel spirit, right? Pretending that they are who they are. And a lot of them, unfortunately, are like clones. They're like, no, I have like the DNA of the mother. They might, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. Your information is confusing. It's redactive, it's confusing, it's extraneous, no one's absorbing it because it's not true, because it's not real. That's why no one's absorbing these old guard women's information. It's because, full disclosure, virtually has no exposure to the true feminine principle. The men are largely steeped in pride. If they're not, they're calling stuff out left and right. They're like, if I'm not going to be a big deal, which I won't be a big deal, I might as well be the real deal. The ones that are like calling people out and saying, you're a liar, that's not a problem. That's the solution. The solution is actually calling these people liars. They're not the ones that are the problem. They're the solution. The ones who are calling stuff out, disrupting, saying, if I'm not going to be the real deal, I might as well be if I'm not going to be a big deal, I might as well be the real deal. These are the ones who truly understand that people don't know what they don't know, and they have been capped at a certain level because the true spirit of God does not align with this old creepy spirit of this inverted version of the feminine spirit. And then all the other women are kind of like capped at a certain level as well. We all recognize this. We all understand this, like on a spiritual level. We all get it. So when angels fall with broken wings, Christ says, I can't give up. I can't give in. When all is lost and all this stuff goes to shit, don't wonder. Don't wonder. Don't wonder why you didn't make Noah's Ark. Don't wonder why you didn't make the cut. Don't wonder why your fortune falls. Because the fortune follows the true God with the true female aspect, not the nonsense, confusion, elaborate schemes of these other charlatans. All right, made my point. Check you later. Remember, everything is everyone's business. Check you later.